Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask Peg O'Connell and Phil Kirk. HB 2 assumed students in our schools would be violated by LGBTQ persons, but a recent report from the Research Triangle Institute said just the opposite was the case, and that school bullying has actually gotten worse for gay, bisexual, and transgender students. Give us your reaction to this report and what actions, if any, should be taken to protect them.
There was never any indication that anything bad was going on with LGBT people in bathrooms in the first place. So House Bill 2 was unnecessary, and I just have to say that because the whole thing is ridiculous that we've spent this much time in our state's history talking about this. But, you know, I think the whole tenor of how we talk to each other in North Carolina and in the country has gotten so ugly. So I think with this constant conversation about this and this misinformation or false information or just too much information, people feel free to step out and start acting out against people that are different. I mean, it's LGBT people, it's gay people, it is immigrants, people that look different. So we have to have a whole conversation with our children and I think with some of our policy leaders about how we deal with each other.
Phil?
Well, I have not had a chance to read the study, so I don't know how long a period of time, but if it's just about
over several years.
Well, but that was going to be my point. Yeah. That HB2 has been in existence for a year, and I'd say a year too long, but it's been in existence for a year, and I would imagine the study covered several years, so I don't know about the validity of the research, but I agree with Peg. There's too much of this going on. There's been bullying, by the way, going on for forever, but it's much deeper and much wider than that. And,
you know, I think you've touched on something here, Peg. There was a time when, well, just one thing. No, there was a time when people had reservations and some modicum of control about what they said to other people. But anymore, it's gotten to the point where it's okay to say anything you want to about anybody you want to, no holds barred.
Well, and what makes it worse is the social media and Facebook and everything just magnifies it.
And the anonymity of not having to look. I mean, so what we've done as a generation and the next generation behind us is take this volume up, and then the children that are coming on, they don't get the difference between this is some anonymous words flowing at you. This all of a sudden becomes almost a physical act, and they're not discerning the difference.
I can remember growing up as a boy, if you called somebody stupid, you went to your room for a while. I mean,
or when computers came in, you called somebody a nerd. So we've been calling people names for years. I just think it's probably gotten worse, and I blame social media for part of it, but I blame the way adults act. And children,
I was getting ready to say
children look at adults,
Exactly.
and you don't know when they're looking at you.
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, and I mean, and we have our national leaders talking like this. So, I mean, why wouldn't they pick it up?
Well, they obviously are. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.